Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. If you're a business traveler, an expat, or just someone relocating to Dhaka, the whole housing search can be, well, completely overwhelming. So today, we're jumping right into a comprehensive guide on the ultimate stress-free housing solution, the best furnished service apartments in Bashundhara R, specifically focusing on those offering flexible rent terms. Let's unpack exactly how you can find a move-in ready home without the massive headache of complicated rental contracts.
Okay, let's dive into our roadmap for today so you know exactly what we're covering. We'll kick things off with the modern housing dilemma, followed by enter the serviced apartment. After that, we'll look at the perks of flexible rent, shine a spotlight on Bashundhara R, and finally, wrap up with choosing the right provider.
All right, Section 1, the modern housing dilemma. So, have you ever just needed a home without the hassle? Think about the last time you had to stay in a new city for a few months. Between viewing sketchy listings and trying to decipher all that confusing rental jargon, finding a comfortable, move-in-ready place often feels like an exhausting full-time job. The reality is, traditional housing solutions just haven't kept pace with our modern dynamic schedules.
Now, what's really interesting about the information our sources lay out is the stark contrast here. Traditional rentals kind of trap you, right? You're looking at long commitments, huge deposits, mountains of paperwork, and the absolute worst chore, buying furniture for a temporary stay. But contrast that with the serviced apartment model. It's completely move-in ready, gives you highly flexible terms, and requires absolutely zero furniture shopping. It's a breezy, adaptable alternative that's literally designed for the modern resident.
Moving right along to Section 2, enter the serviced apartment.
Before we get into the nitty-gritty benefits, let's make sure we're on the same page about what exactly we mean here. A fully furnished services apartment provides all the convenience of a fully equipped home, but it combines that seamlessly with the kind of services and amenities you typically find in a nice hotel. The biggest defining factor? No furniture purchases at all. You just walk in and everything you need is already waiting for you.
And we're not just talking about the bare necessities here. These are genuine lifestyle upgrades. Just imagine finishing a long day of meetings and returning to stylish living room furniture where you can actually relax, or cooking your own meals in a fully equipped kitchen instead of relying on expensive, everyday takeout. With comfortable bedding, high-speed internet, and reliable air conditioning ready to go from day one, you settle in immediately. No wasting your first weekend in a new city dragging boxes from a furniture store.
But, having a great home is really only half the equation. The other half is that hotel-style convenience, because these apartments include professional housekeeping, laundry facilities, highly responsive maintenance, and 24/7 security. Literally, all your daily chores are handled. It's the ultimate combination of privacy and service. It means your energy can go entirely into your work, your travels, or your family, instead of household upkeep.
Which brings us to Section 3, perks of flexible rent.
One of the absolute greatest advantages highlighted across our sources is the ability to dictate your own timeline. Whether you need to stay for just a few days, several weeks, or even a few months, flexible rent totally eliminates the anxiety of daunting long-term leases. And this isn't just about logistical convenience either. It provides massive financial flexibility, simply because your hard-earned capital isn't tied up paying for time you don't actually need.
So who actually benefits the most from this highly adaptable model? Well, the appeal is incredibly diverse. Corporate executives and expatriates find it absolutely ideal for temporary assignments. It also acts as a peaceful, hassle-free haven for medical travelers who are seeking recovery. It's a vital stepping stone for relocating families trying to find their footing in a new city, and it's a turnkey solution for university faculty or digital nomads. Really, the model seamlessly adapts to just about anyone in transition.
Let's zoom in a bit for Section 4, Spotlight on Bashundhara R.
To ground all of this in a real-world setting, our sources specifically look at the Bashundhara R neighborhood in Dhaka. The demand for housing here has honestly grown exponentially, and it makes sense. The area is renowned for its highly organized infrastructure, superior security, and exceptional accessibility. That kind of connectivity is precisely why it's become such a magnet for diplomats, expats, and business travelers who prioritize a safe, premium environment.
Plus, the immediate neighborhood basically acts as an extension of your apartment. Families have super close access to international schools and renowned hospitals. And for your day-to-day life, shopping centers, great cafes, and supermarkets are just around the corner, perfectly mixed in with corporate offices and entertainment venues. Literally everything you might need is practically on your doorstep, making sure you never feel isolated in a new environment.
All right, moving into the home stretch with Section 5, choosing the right provider. When evaluating the market, our sources highlight several leading providers that you'll definitely want to know about. For expats and corporate travelers who need really premium options, ranging from daily all the way to yearly, REIT Limited really stands out. Now, business professionals might lean a bit more toward the global presence of Hotels.com BD, while families looking for luxury amenities on weekly or annual leases often check out Banglamart.com. And for longer transitions, say 30 days or more, Lease.com BD and Airbnb Monthly cater excellently to remote workers and relocating professionals.
But hey, before you make any final choices, you should run through this quick 6-step checklist. First, prioritize a location that minimizes your daily commute. Second, actively confirm the inclusions. Seriously, never assume things like housekeeping and utilities are automatically covered. Third, scrutinize the flexibility around early departures. Fourth, assess the property's security measures. Fifth, rigorously compare the total budget so you avoid any hidden fees. And finally, evaluate their customer service response. Good support is literally the backbone of a stress-free stay.
So, the crucial point here is perfectly summed up in this quote from our sources. For those seeking comfort, convenience, and flexibility, a fully furnished services apartment is often the perfect choice. Whether you're fully relocating or just seeking temporary housing, this model vastly outshines the heavy, stressful commitments of traditional rentals, not to mention the cramped, generic feel of standard hotel rooms.
If you're ready to make a move, the source material specifically highlights REIT Limited as a primary resource for securing housing in Bashundhara R. You can reach their team directly at +880-1711-993377 or check out their website at hotels.com.bg to help piece together your specific housing puzzle. But all this leaves us with a much bigger question to ponder. As our professional and personal lives become increasingly borderless and dynamic, is the era of the traditional, rigid 12-month lease finally coming to an end? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.